My name is Tremaine Wills from Mind Over Money. We're going to be talking about financial planning today. Financial planning is the process of creating a roadmap of how you want your assets to work for you. So a lot of people think it's this super complicated and scary thing, but really it's something that all of us can use to get a better and clear understanding of how we want our money to work. The most important thing people need to know about financial planning is that it starts with a vision. A lot of people think financial planning is straight, let's get to the numbers, but the base of your plan should be around where you want to go in your life. What is your future? And then you can start to create the roadmap for how you want to get there. For folks who might be saying, I can't see 20 years from now, like what do I do for right now? I would say, think about what is blocking me from looking years down the road. Because sometimes we have financial trauma that we have to overcome, or we might not be making additional income where we feel like we have anything we can plan with, and really think like, okay, what needs to change in my present so that I can feel like there is hope for the future and that I have extra money available. Let's say you already have a financial plan and maybe you haven't reviewed it in a while. I would tell people to come back and review. Sometimes our values change and the things we wanted 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, it's not the same. So we want to make sure that we're back into alignment and that our money is reflecting how we want our lives to be. The 3 biggest myths about financial planning, well, the first one is it's only for wealthy people. I would like to say that financial planning is probably more important for those of us who are just starting our wealth building journey, right? We might not have, tens of thousands of dollars at our discretion. And so with the $100, $200 we do have left over, we want to be intentional about where we tell that money to go. So that's probably the biggest myth. The second myth is that it has to be very complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. Our financial planning can be a simple process, a repeatable, easy thing that we do that just gives us clarity around what our money should be doing. And the best plans are simple. It doesn't have to be lots of different buckets and money going all over the place. If we keep it simple and we follow a repeatable process, it makes managing our finances easier. And I would say the third one, especially for entrepreneurs, is not feeling like you have to separate what's going on with your business and what's going on with your personal money. There totally needs to be a separate plan in place for how I want my money to be directed, me personally, and what I want the finances to be in my business. You totally want to treat it like 2 separate entities. I know for me, when I got started with my business, it was my baby. And so it was kind of hard to see the business as a separate thing that one day I could possibly sell. So I wasn't treating the finances like that. But the reality is, a lot of us don't have an exit strategy. We don't have a plan for what's gonna happen with our business, and that can deter our vision of how large we want it to grow and really our ability to sell it to someone else. The 3 biggest mistakes people make with financial planning, I think the first one is not having a vision. A lot of us, when we're not making a lot of money in our business, we're just thinking about right now, who do I have to pay? What are my major expenses? And we don't take the time to set aside anything for our future. The second mistake that a lot of people make is not planning for their retirement. We do all of this hard work in our business, but then we don't have money set aside for ourselves so that one day we can actually stop working in the business. The third mistake that many business owners make with their finances is not holding themselves accountable. When we don't have a commitment to the goals that we set, the belief that we can reach those goals, it makes it incredibly difficult to really get to those milestones that we want to get to. So I would love to see us not only have clear vision about where we want to go with our finances, set money aside for our retirement, but also hold ourselves accountable to reach those goals that we've put in place. When I'm putting together a financial plan, I like to follow a roadmap. I use a strategy called the Rich Roadmap. And what that does is it gives me step-by-step process to follow so that my financial plan is true to me. Sometimes we get influenced by culture and what people are doing around us, and we can't stay committed to our plan because it's not really what we want. What I do is I follow these steps. The first thing is to reimagine what I want my future to be. So that vision casting. What do I want to enjoy with the money that I make? Who do I want to be with? What does it feel like, right? Try to put myself in that space, kind of see it before I see it. The second thing is the I. Really identify what is important to me. So what are those priorities, the things that are non-negotiables in my future? So I want to be able to retire a parent or pay off someone's property in my family, things like that that help me allocate where the resources are going to go. And then the next step is the C. That's where we get to the creation. Then we start to create the strategy around how it's gonna happen. What are the types of accounts that I need? Are there different protective assets I need to have in place? What are the returns that I need to accumulate inside of these accounts? So this is like the technical piece where the structure and the process comes together. And then the last part is the H. And I think a lot of people miss this one. It's honoring the commitment. So we've sat down, we've thought about where we wanted to go, we have a plan in place, but now we need to honor the vision and really do our best to really stick to it. We can plan all day, but if we don't execute and stay committed, we won't see that plan through. If you were looking to get started with the Rich Roadmap, the first step would be to visit me at my website, www.mindovermoney.net, where I can guide you through the process of creating your own financial plan.
The Convo, your home for conversations on Black entrepreneurship and wealth, available on your favorite platforms.